future, talk radio will actually educate, inspire, and make you think. The future is now. Topics and music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.
Thank you for being
Boulevard.
Life is a banquet, and most poor suckers are starving to death.
I'd like to propose a toast.
This is On the Rocks with Alexander, coming at you from Sunset Gower Studios in the heart of Hollywood, where I drink with your favorite celebrities and we talk about fashion, entertainment, pop culture, reality TV, and that's about it. So pop a cork, pour a glass, lean back, and enjoy On the Rocks every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Universal Broadcasting Network.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Oh, it's going to be mighty bumpy. I would say that much. So today is National Coming Out Day, so we are coming out with an amazing episode for you today. Emmy Award winner, YouTube sensations, American Horror Story, Mavens of Madness. I am your host, Anderson Cooper. No. Poor guy. Oh, Lord. Today, it's just locker room talk between us, so whatever we say is fine. You don't need to worry about anything like that. We have an amazing show for you today. As always, I'd like to introduce the men of On the Rocks. Of course, our engineer, Kurt. Kurt, how are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Kurt, do you have a pun for us?
I always have a pun for you.
All right, let's just get it out of the way. This is the bane of my existence.
Do it. I could tell. It's actually a more science term today.
Ooh, science.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
We're all smart.
Yeah, so did you know you can tell the gender of an ant by throwing it in water?
God. Oh, because it goes dead ant. I don't know. What?
If it sinks, it's a girl ant. If it floats, it's boy ant.
Oh my God, that's so dumb.
Oh God.
Even Toni Basil says, "Oh God."
You don't even give yourself the fake applause for that one. You know what I mean?
No, that can't. Kurt, you know, straight.
I thought that's hilarious.
Straight people entertainment. I don't know where you people come from. Thank you, Kurt. As always, you make us sound good, look good. Also, our resident socialite, who's with me through thick and thin, sometimes thicker.
I will never get over that title that you resident socialite. It makes me sound like.
You put it on your license plate. You had it tattooed.
I did. It's actually on. Yeah, my
You're
new
coming out with
tattoo
like a perfume line.
I'm coming out with a line of tank tops that just say resident and then on the back socialite.
Well, I hope your tank tops have more material.
They won't. They absolutely will not.
I love you have to pay like $200 for a tank top that's like 2 strings. It's like what is that? It's like I say Paris, I see France. It's cold outside.
It's trending.
That didn't even
trending.
Rhyme. So you are here today to share some news and to help me with the show.
Yes, we have a lot of Hot or Not coming up later on to end the show with, and we've got some fabulous guests here today, and we also have our celebrity co-host in-house right now.
Let's just bring her on. American Horror Story, one-woman shows, traveling around
Fear
the globe, literally.
Everything.
The Chair, new movie coming out, getting great reviews, by the way.
Yay.
Miss Naomi Grossman.
Ms.
No stranger to the show.
And you are all over the place right now. Why don't you tell us about that? What's going on? Where are you?
First, our chat room is not empty.
Oh, Momma Rose.
Sorry, Naomi.
Sorry.
There we go. There's my mom, Momma Rose. Why do you have glasses on? You look like some studious.
You look beautiful.
Yes. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Okay. So our chat room has been a little lonely, even though we got our numbers for last month, and we know you're all out there listening, live and downloaded. We love our listeners. So to interact with you so that we don't ignore you during the chat, my mom, Momma Rose, is in the chat room. Mom, what's your login name? I'm scared.
My login name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Oh, God, this will go real well.
Like the username.
Kurt, what's her username?
On the Rocks, Mom?
I believe it's just her name. So Marisol Rodriguez should be her.
Wow, that was massacred.
I'm sorry. I don't. Yeah.
Kurt,
I'm
the
the whitest you can get. Okay?
Just as good as your pun.
It's like,
Just
let
as
it
good
go.
as that pun.
It's like Frozen in here.
If it's my name, then my name is Marisela Rodriguez.
Okay, awesome. So I'm glad Ms. Tech here is running our chat room. If you have a question, she's going to be talking with you, and if you have a question, she will come back on the show and ask your question from our chat room. So please don't leave her lonely. She's got information on our guests that she can answer as well. So thank you, Mom. We're going to mute you, but if you have a question, just wave your arms, and we're going to bring you back on.
Love ya.
I love muting you. Oh, do you have a tip for National Coming Out Day for all of our listeners?
Do I have a what?
A tip.
Wear clean underwear.
Okay, great. Thanks, Mom.
Thank you.
We're on the edge of news here. Wear underwear, according to Momma Rose. All right.
Clean.
Yes, clean.
Clean underwear.
Miss Naomi Grossman, yes.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
You came ret to go. You're like Mad Max meets Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, you don't want to piss her off. You know, these
No.
spikes will
Right?
get you.
She'll do this. She'll shimmy at you.
Bam.
Hillary should have been wearing those when she was shimmy. Shimmy.
I thought she looked really good.
I thought she
Yeah,
looked
I think
excellent.
so, too.
But we're not political here, so
no.
so we cannot say anything
yeah,
political.
but when you're a
Vote for
star, you
Hillary.
can say whatever
I'm
you
with
want.
her. I'm with her. We can say that.
I mean,
yes.
I grab her pussy.
Oh my God.
I knew that was coming. There was no way
Well, there
that
goes
we
the
could
show.
avoid
I
that.
haven't offended anyone yet.
No.
Not like any groups.
No.
Not like any
Yes.
Well, we just started.
Naomi is no stranger to the show. You have insulted all different types of people.
Yes.
Legless people.
Yes.
Headless people.
Yes.
Everybody is game. We love you coming back to the show. You're so fun in person, getting to know you, getting to become friends with you. Of course, you're known for American Horror Story's amazing transformation as Pepper, not only for Asylum, where you were a fan favorite. I mean, you are an American Horror Story fan favorite. Oh, we have a cute picture. It's Pepper for president.
Oh, yeah. She should have been up there for those debates.
Well, she might as well have
absolutely-
been.
yeah, seriously.
I thought she was.
How is this running into a wax figure of
my
yourself? Because that's got to be
Oh
pretty
yeah,
crazy.
for our listeners not looking
Yeah.
at our pictures, Universal Studios added first ever American Horror Story Maze, and of course one of their highlighted characters is Pepper. Look at you next to you.
Yes.
Was that weird?
So wild. It was so fun. Of course, we weren't allowed to take photos, but
You're like,
there you
hello,
go.
There
this
it
is
is.
me.
You can tell Naomi she can't do anything, and she will
I
do
will
it.
do it.
You will do it.
yeah, who can I offend?
Yeah. Helen Keller, let's get at it. But besides American Horror Story, you have traveled all around the world. You've lived everywhere. One woman shows with amazing funny stories. In fact, you did a little
Cabaret.
talk here. We have you with like a chicken head.
Oh yeah, that was just last week.
But you literally are traveling the globe for this, and we're going to talk about this with all of our guests. But it's like monetizing from YouTube, your clicks, from American Horror Story, your fan likes, from Toni, this extensive career. It's like, how do we keep that going? How do we make a business from it? And you definitely have.
Well, or at least I make you think I have.
Oh, and here's you doing yoga with the dog.
Oh, isn't that amazing?
That was so cool.
Was that really you, or is that like photoshopped?
No, that is really me. The dog is slightly photoshopped. Someone held the dog up, and then they photoshopped him out. But yeah, there was it was a charity event for animal shelters, who I won't offend. But yeah, so there's more to this story. But anyway.
But you lead a very healthy lifestyle.
I do.
I love how this is all photoshopped. We also have a picture of you at yoga with Matt Bomer.
Definitely not Photoshopped. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
He was actually very self-conscious about this photo. He was like, "Oh, but my hair." I was like, "Are
God.
you kidding? You are always gorgeous."
Of course, Matt Bomer from Magic Mike, American Horror Story, and whatever. So you just, this is your life, though, Naomi. I get to see you with so many celebrities kissing Lady Gaga at variety
She was
parties.
kissing me.
That is true.
That is true.
That is true. But in terms of keeping your acting, your one woman shows, is that on the horizon?
Yes. Yeah, I just did some excerpts about a month ago. A week ago in Chicago.
All jams together.
And actually, I'll be doing it again, reprising it in a month in New York.
Oh my God!
Love it.
Yeah.
We should go.
Right?
Don't tempt us. We will go. Don't even
go
tempt.
everywhere.
We're going to Vietnam for New Year's Eve, just if anybody cares.
Really?
Yes, I'm not kidding
What
you.
an unusual choice.
I know.
What?
It's cheap.
Oh.
Massage for $1, vodka for 10 cents.
Be a millionaire with $70.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and of course, I have another one-woman show, which I'm still writing it, but it's going to happen. It's happening.
Well, knowing you, I mean, we've been able to hang
We'll
out
be
with you. You
there.
have so many great stories, from bad boyfriends to auditions.
Right?
I was going to say, speaking of the bad boyfriends and it being National Coming Out Day, do you have
yeah.
any advice for anyone
Coming
nationally
out?
coming out today?
Just do it. Don't lead them on.
Tell your girlfriend and wife about it.
Yeah, just be open. Tell, especially if she's as open and accepting as I am.
Yeah.
Just let them, you do you.
Be you.
Don't endanger. Don't lie. Don't cheat. Don't deceive. Don't betray. Just don't hate. Just love. just,
kind of for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you're involved in getting great reviews for The Chair.
Oh, yeah.
Great reviews. The reviews are so good. It's like, I want to see it right now.
Well, I'm
like, is this The Chair?
I haven't.
Yeah. What is The Chair?
So The Chair is the electric chair.
Right.
Oh, and you play a mom, right?
Yes.
And you hate children, so great
It's
acting.
I didn't even have to act. No, I am a bad guy.
Which you love.
I didn't have to act.
Right.
No, I appear in flashbacks. I have basically sent the prisoner to the chair with his horrible upbringing. Yeah. So yeah, it's very exciting. It's premiering in LA this next week, Tuesday. It's evidently premiered somewhere because the reviews are out.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it, so I'm a little nervous about what is.
And then Fear
Inc.
Incorporated. Oh,
Yeah.
Inc. I like
Which
saying
seems
incorporated.
a
I'm
little
fancy.
bloody.
You're fancy, Alexander. Don't call him Alex. The Fear Inc. actually premieres in LA the day after,
And it seems gruesome.
It's more of a horror comedy.
Perfect.
So
A horror-y.
Nothing says I'd like to kill you with a good joke. Get it? Pun. Kurt. Kurt's tuned out. He's not even here.
so while The Chair is sort of
Oh, there we go.
Thank you, studio
The Chair
audience.
is more of a psychological thriller. The Fear Inc. is more hilarious.
Now, as an actress, coming from American Horror Story, where's your fear faction? Fear faction?
It sounded right. I was
right.
I
said it
on
intelligently.
My
board.
tolerance for fear.
Yeah.
No. Are you, in taking like a new role in like a horror film? Like, do you want to take horror films over and over? Like, what part of your acting mode says, well, maybe I should not do horror films now?
Is it pigeonholing you into one
Yes, thank
genre
you.
of TV, film? Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I'm still just want to work. So, I'm not going to bite the hand that feeds me. Like, yes, I would love, in fact, am I allowed to say it?
Yes, say it.
I just got cast today in a drama, a real drama, without any blood or guts or slashing or any of that.
Applause, studio audience, applause for something like that.
No, I mean, what I'm saying is it's not a horror.
Yes.
So it's just straight
Well, that
acting,
sounds fun.
which would be fun, yeah.
Well, and just to show off your chops, we have a little montage. Pepper was so beloved in Asylum, but you had a very certain role, and you weren't able, I believe, to explore your acting chops. And I love telling this story. When you had your big emotional scenes in American Horror Story, tell our listeners like how much prep time from going from the pinhead running around painting Jessica Lange's nails to like having to act.
Yeah.
Well, I had about 12 hours between reading that script, the pepisode, to actually doing it. So, I had a good 5 months of painting Jessica's nails and playing with string and delivering the fat lady food and wondering if there was ever going to be anything more to it. And I assume there would be. I mean, why go to all this trouble of bringing back a character and breaking this, the precedent? I assumed, but then again, you really can't make any assumptions, particularly with that show or with Ryan Murphy. So, I just hoped, and sure enough, it happened. But yeah, it was one of those nights. I had a friend actually coming in from New York to just spend Halloween with me, and he arrived, and I basically was like, I have good news and bad news. The bad news is we cannot go out in the French Quarter tonight. Yeah,
I would love to hang out with you in the French Quarter. I can't even believe it. We'd be asked to leave. Yeah. Like the mayor would come
before
and
we
be
even
like,
walked in.
Yeah. Hurricane. That's us.
but the good news was he got to meet Pepper in her element.
Wow.
So it was very special.
We didn't put together. We borrowed a really great montage that puts your character from Asylum into a freak show. So if we could play that clip, and we're going to leave your microphone on. If you could, you don't even have to talk through the whole thing, but if you wanted
like Mystery Science Theater,
like a little narration.
Yeah,
or like Rocky Horror. I could act it out here live.
But with it behind you, right?
Right?
Let's take it away, and it has some of my favorite scenes with you and the amazing Jessica Lange.
Oh, I wonder what this is. Oh, I've never seen this.
Well, 65,000 other people's they have.
Yeah.
Wow, seriously. Oh.
If you get me, you will take to your cheek.
Actually, can we go back just a little bit sooner? Sorry.
Pepper was eager. No, madame.
I was gonna say
a little bit
2 minutes
sooner.
fly by.
Here we go. So this is how.
Surprise.
You gotta find out if her sister is still around. I mean, Pepper is not the handful she used to be. She's a grown woman now.
It is so sad.
Maybe you're right. Perhaps it's time for our little angel.
Of course, with the amazing Angela Bassett.
She has come to live with you.
No, I just can't do that.
You can. And you must.
Okay.
It's a little bit kung fu movie, or
Darling,
is that just our playback, or
Yeah.
was it edited that
I
way?
cannot stay. I cannot stay, my darling.
Oh, look at this! Look at this raw emotion under all that makeup.
now here.
Oh, you can imagine what I'd look like without all of
It's a
that makeup.
kiss from me to you.
A disaster.
If you get lonely,
This was really like
to your cheek.
one of the saddest moments of my life because, yeah, not only was I like in the moment,
Yeah.
but saying goodbye to Elsa, but I was
She just might
kind
have
of
the
saying goodbye to
mother
Jessica. You know, I didn't know if I would. She was evidently not coming back. For all I know, I'm never coming back. You know, like there was a lot. I was saying goodbye to my job, my new life in New Orleans. You know, it was kind of loaded.
Oh, this scene just broke my heart.
Yes.
Being blamed for killing when there wasn't. And it was a tight knit cast, right?
Oh, very. Yeah.
She's not harmless. She drowned her sister's baby and sliced his ears off.
You know what's interesting though is I assumed that was true when I shot that part.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah, well, yeah.
Like we didn't know
The
that
audience
2
assumed it,
years
too.
later there was going to be, you know, all this.
Oh,
We shot that at 4 a.m.
are you serious?
Wow.
after like 6 days of just constant
Oh, look at that.
tears.
Kiss from me to you. If you get lonely, you hold it to your cheek.
That
I guess it chills. And there was a lot of Emmy talk around that too.
Oh yeah. Well, talk. Talk. Locker room talk. Yeah. Good times.
Well, certainly won the hearts of so many people. And it was a 4-hour makeup process,
And
right?
people are still asking too when she's coming back. You know,
Yeah.
if you go on any of the forums, if you go on any of the private groups on Facebook, Alexander and I were on them. You know, they're all constantly saying, "When is Pepper coming back? When is Pepper back?" So,
Oh, that's
do
nice.
you know? Is there anything
she
on the
she
horizon?
wouldn't know until it was like a week before.
Right. I don't know anything. But even if I did, I would not tell you.
I know.
Yeah.
That said,
because you would lose your
but
job.
the fact that the
Right.
fact that people are asking, that's good to know, because frankly, I mean, that's how I came back the second time.
Right.
Or the first time, I should say.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's it was. We shoot usually about 5 weeks or so ahead of the viewing public. So, for example, when Pepper went pee and then disappeared for several episodes, people would ask me, "So, well, where'd she go? Where'd she go?" And I thought, I literally was like, I don't know. Like, for all I know, I've been written out. I didn't know. Now, that said, they killed me off, spoiler alert, right, of pneumonia. And yet, before they even knew about the Pepper, you know, the Pepper Nation, whatever.
Right.
Peppermania.
Right.
And so that's why I think probably that coupled with all this, you know, locker room talk on the chat rooms, all of a sudden they're like, oh, well, we got to bring her back. So,
Right, well,
I mean,
everyone,
it
you heard it here first.
Yeah.
So get Pepper back.
But here's the thing: I don't want Pepper to come back. I think Pepper served her purpose,
Yes, I
and she
do
lives
too.
in your heart. What I want to see you come back is a glamazon
Well,
because you can
I'm trying.
Google Naomi Grossman and see some of her beautiful photo shoots. But I want to see you come back this season. I wanted you to come back in a hotel like nobody's business as a glamazon. So hopefully you come back this season as a whole different character. I'd love to see that. And we're going to talk to our other guests about this, but it's smart business to interact with your audience and not turn away from what makes you popular, whether it's for 10 minutes, whether it's for a career. In fact, you're going to like a Comic-Con in Mexico?
Yes.
We actually have a picture
we
for
have
that.
the poster.
Yeah, and it's all in Spanish. Now you speak Spanish
I
because
do.
you have lived with the Hispanic people. Do you say
have.
Hispanic or Latino now? I don't even know, and I'm one of them.
I think Either's fine. As long as you're not Donald Trump. If you're Donald Trump, you can't say either. Just don't. Just shut up.
But you're because you lived in Brazil?
In Argentina.
Argentina. Oh.
Yeah, different language. Yeah.
Yes. And so this is all in Spanish.
Well, yeah, the Comic-Con will be held in
Is this
Spanish.
your first time going to?
No.
Oh, okay.
I even have a lover there.
Oh,
you do? You do?
Is that who you stay with when you go there?
I mean,
I mean, like a few.
She gets hotel
He'll be staying with me. Oh, okay.
It's in her rider, and then rider. Okay. Anyway.
Rider and ride her.
Yes.
Yes.
Where can our fans follow you? As if they don't already know.
Of course.
Not that you're going anywhere. But,
No, I'm sticking around. Naomi W. Grossman on all the regular spots.
I love it. And look for Fear Inc. The Chair, and just follow Naomi. Your one woman show will be coming along, and again, we're just so happy to have you here.
Oh, thank
every
you.
time.
Oh, real fast, we're starting a new thing on the show called On the Rocks Rapid Fire.
Yes.
Oh.
And so you are our first victim, shall I say?
Okay.
Shall we go right now?
Yes. You take it away, boo boo.
Okay, Naomi. Favorite junk food?
Rapid.
Artichokes.
Junk food. Junk food.
I know. I don't do junk food.
What is the last?
How do you think I look like this?
What is the last text you sent?
Can we look?
Yeah.
That I sent. Oh God, this new update.
It was to Ryan Murphy.
I think I wrote. Oh, I told you that I was on my way.
Smelliest American Horror Story actor you've worked with to date?
That was my question.
Oh, I can't tell you, but somebody
it
has
means
a
'cause they're working.
colostomy bag.
Someone had a colostomy bag?
You
Guys, we
Yeah.
can
A regular?
conjecture.
A series regular?
No.
Oh, gosh. And then last but not least, do you have a Real Housewives tagline? And if you do, what is it?
Oh, that's a good one. That's one of my favorites.
I don't watch that shit. I don't eat shit. I don't watch shit. I don't put shit in my body.
And you're not going to vote for shit.
No
Okay.
way.
There we
Okay,
go.
perfect. Well, that's it. She
Sorry.
survived.
That's awesome.
That was
Yay.
great.
On the Rocks Rapid Fire. So wait, we're supposed to ask each other real fast.
Oh, okay. Boxers or briefs?
Boxers.
If you could give your younger self advice, what would it be?
Drink up.
Bottom or top?
Top. Wait, do I want or I am? I'm a blouse. I'm a feminine top.
Have you ever gone commando for an entire day?
Yes. Not by choice.
And describe yourself in a movie title.
Requiem for a Dream.
Perfect.
Oh.
You survived.
That was fun.
That was fun. We've got more too later on for Bryan.
For you. Least favorite Broadway show.
Cats. Sorry.
Favorite Sex and the City character.
Samantha.
Thank you.
That was kind of a no. Your worst ex's name. First name.
Todd, and I know he's listening. Sorry.
Because he's a stalker. Anyway, favorite actress.
Susan Sarandon.
What?
I've changed my mind about her.
I know. I can't change
LA
my mind.
or New York?
New York keeps me hard. LA keeps me happy.
Oh God, you practiced that one. All right.
That's really what it is for me.
All right, let's get.
I like your questions better.
Thank you. Because
I'm sorry, I was busy.
Anyway, we need to
running the whole
take
show.
a 30-second break. No,
real fast. Just our upcoming appearances. You will see us this Saturday. We will be in the audience of Hocus Pocus at
excited.
Rockwell. We'll be sitting with the Bravo TV boys. So if you see us, say hello. It's the unauthorized musical of Hocus Pocus with Marissa
Jarrett Winokur.
Okay, whatever.
Jarrett Winokur.
And then, actually, Naomi, this involves you as well. I will be rocking. Actually, I will be rocking the red carpet at Halloweeny this year, which is LA's hottest Halloween party. I will be walking the red carpet with, of course, Miss Naomi Grossman, the Bravo TV boys, and just found out Mr. USA, Bryce McKenney.
Who's behind you?
Yes.
Great.
We will be there, so buy your tickets. We're going to be promoting Halloweeny for the rest of the month, but it is the party to go to. This year it's at the California Science Discovery Center in the same room as the space shuttle. Oh, I can't even. Anyway, now we are going to take our
Sorry,
break.
I forgot about our appearances.
Yes.
But when we come back,
we have Emmy Award winner, just amazing icon of entertainment, has danced and choreographed with Elvis Presley and Margret, David Bowie, Bette Midler, Tina Turner.
the list doesn't stop. You can
formed
keep going.
The Lockers was one of the first SNL, and then also a recent YouTube sensation. And also for our 80s fans, Mickey, which I mean, this is all in one person.
All in one person.
All in one person. And then we have YouTube sensation and singer and fitness guru, Bryan Hawn. When we come back, Sasa!
future, talk radio will actually educate, inspire, and make you think. The future is now. Topics and music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.
There we go. All right. We are back.
Talk about that.
This is when we get into it. This is when we get in. Like I said,
the nitty gritty,
baby.
The nitty.
We're coming out with amazing. So I want to introduce Toni Basil and Bryan Hawn.
Hello, Alexander.
Hello. Number one, look at this amazing woman.
Beautiful.
I just want to know, like, what you wear on casual day.
Is this casual?
No. I dress for the occasion.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. He barely wore sleeves.
I also dress for the
And the
occasion.
hat is because you told me we were wearing headphones, so I had to bring a headphone hat.
For our listeners that know you from Mickey, that's one little tiny drop in this whole extensive career. Like I named all of those names. But I wanted to share with our audience that you come from an entertainment family.
I do.
In fact, we have a picture of your mom she sang with her sisters.
How amazing is this picture?
She was. They were a vaudevillian family.
It's like a 1920s picture. Yeah.
They were a vaudevillian family and an kind of acrobatic comedians. If you know the opening act, dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun. You know, she did a little boxing dance with her brother, and her sister jumped through hoops and wrapped her leg around her neck. I mean, it was that kind of act.
Were they a traveling act or was
Oh
it?
yeah. No. The vaudevillian,
Yeah.
traveling.
Everywhere.
That was the hottest profession.
Right.
That's what you had. That's what you did. If you weren't in movies, you were in vaudeville and stage shows.
Well, and some of the biggest names came out of vaudeville.
Oh my God, yes.
I mean, that's just the truth. And then your handsome father was an orchestra.
Drop dead gorgeous.
I know. I saw his picture. I'm like, oh,
Drop
hello.
dead. Yeah, I was actually the ugly duckling of the family.
Well, joke's on them. So entertainment was just in your household. Music was in your household.
You were born into it. I mean.
So what made you start out being a dancer rather than just
I think I always was a dancer. Always. I mean, I can't remember as a child not dancing and driving them crazy, until they took me to class, which was about 5 years old, which is too young. It's really too young.
You think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, why do you say that?
Because your body's not formed. And, I went to ballet class from the beginning of my life, and I think I noticed that kids that were maybe brought to ballet class at around 10 years old, by the time we were all 12, they kind of had caught up with me because you just, you hadn't formed yet, and it was just a little too early. I think you should be just improvising when you're young.
Mm-hmm.
That's also the same with music. You and you have more of a pop background in singing, and I have a musical theater and classical where I need to see the music and I need to see that. To your point, I'm not able to kind of improvise and be free.
And class, you just imitate your teacher.
Right.
Oh,
And then you go on to imitate your choreographer. And if you don't have some improvisation in your soul, it's like you, Naomi, with the Groundlings, also being able to act actual written text. But you really need it all. You just need it all.
Mm-hmm. And Bryan, because you sing more pop stuff.
Yeah.
But because you like musical theater.
Yeah, I love musical theater.
So how were you trained? More classically or more free pop?
I think I enjoyed singing pop music, but in school I had the lead role in Guys and Dolls, Crazy for You.
Did you play
West Side
Nathan
Story.
Detroit?
Yeah, I was Tony in West Side Story, and then Sky Masterson in Guys and Dolls.
Oh my God.
Bobby in Crazy for You.
God, I wish I went to your high school.
Sounds like Alexander's dream.
I know. Well, just to watch that
Those
production,
shows.
I was like, whoa. We've had George Shakiris from West Side Story. He's done the show, and we have a picture of you and George. He was the lead dancer in the film who played Bernardo.
I mean, that iconic picture of George Shakiris
Yes.
hitting that high kick.
Yep.
Is like one of the most famous dance pictures of all times, Really.
Oh, yeah.
And every time I see him walking towards me, I think he's going to do that.
High kick.
He is such a gentleman, and talk about a throwback to classic Hollywood. And now he sells beautiful jewelry, by the way.
He makes fabulous jewelry, and he looks exactly the same.
So, Bryan, in your YouTube videos and singing pop, how come you haven't seen any musical theater stuff?
I just try to do with what's popular, that's trending on YouTube, because that's what's getting the most traffic, and that's the fastest way to just kind of
that's the business
get my stuff
side
out
of it.
there.
Right.
It's more of the marketing. It's a marketing choice more than it is a personal favorite kind of choice.
So, Toni, I have a little clip. Having the opportunity to interview you and read about your past, I am one of the biggest Anne Margret fans that you will ever find. Talk about sexy singer, dancer. We have a clip from you, actually, highlighted dancer, and you became friends with these people in Viva Las Vegas, which is such a great film. Kurt, can we take it here? And it's right at your entrance. The girl in red, the woman in red. And, I mean, look at, that's Elvis Presley and Anne Margret, you guys.
I think that's Sharon Brooks. Still my good friend.
Now,
Here we go.
How many takes was this shot in? There we go. There's Toni Basil. Look at that booty. Talk about booties.
Yeah.
Work that booty.
Look at you go.
The energy is just like so contagious. It's awesome.
Dance sequences in older films cannot match the new sequences because in the new sequences there's so many cutaways and they're not real dancers.
Right.
Like you said, Eric, look at this.
This energy doesn't happen anymore.
No, it doesn't.
It's free, it's raw, it's happy. Everyone is honestly enjoying what they're doing.
Love it.
Audience looks a little whitewashed, I will say.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
Oh, my
That's
God.
crazy.
How much rehearsal went into a scene
A lot
like
of
this?
rehearsal. We rehearsed much more in that time period than people get to rehearse now. If you really want to get jealous, I was the assistant choreographer on this movie, and David Winters choreographed it, and I also was Anne's dance-in, so I got to rehearse everything with Elvis.
Did he flirt with you?
No.
I'm about to have a heart attack over here.
It was there was an intense situation going on between Anne and Elvis.
You heard it here, folks.
Scandalous.
When is your biography
I think she had a
coming
big
out, though?
crush on him.
Oh,
A
well,
big
how could you
drop.
not?
Well, he was not my type. I was really waiting for the Rolling Stones to come into town. You know,
That's how you rolled. Okay, here we go.
I was waiting for that. But gee, I loved Elvis. We danced together a lot because what they would do is they would take me in. We would create the number with Lance Legault, his dance-in, and then I would go and work with Elvis and hold his hand and do all the stuff with him and then go teach Anne the routine. Then they would bring the two of them out together in front of everybody and reteach them like they had never seen it before.
Oh, so that they could save face even on the
set. So that they weren't, one wasn't slower than the other one. But let me tell you, they both were extraordinarily quick, fast, talented, and just the icons that you would think they would be. They were extraordinarily hard-working, intense people. I mean, everybody in that time period and everybody that I've ever worked with, the icons are, and I'm sure you too, Naomi, people work hard. They
Successful people
really
work
work hard.
Yeah,
And everybody is like an obsessive work. And you love it. You don't work hard because you have to, because you're trying to get your social media up, moving. You work hard because you love your work and because you're into it, and you study and so I've been so lucky. That was just the beginning of my career of how lucky.
It's funny. One of my favorite quotes is by Thomas Jefferson. He said, "It seems that the harder I work, the luckier I get."
There you go.
So I thought
What
that
a
kinda
beautiful
sums it up.
quote. What a beautiful quote.
Well, it's funny you mentioned social media because before people could just focus on their craft, be in a movie, focus on their family, focus on their getting the next film. But now social media is such a thing. And Bryan, you can't just make a video like you said to what you like. Social media, and Toni, you're on social media as well. Now that's part of the business. Naomi, I mean, hello. Like that's how you get booked is participation. People are getting now roles now from that.
By keeping up with their social media.
Yeah. I'm terrible at social media.
But it's almost scary.
It is.
Yeah.
It's not almost.
I don't think it's a good thing.
It's very scary.
Because, some dancers for a commercial might get cast because they've got more likes on
But
their
they're not
Facebook.
as talented.
And
Yeah.
they're not as talented.
That's what's happening.
And that's, to me, like asking someone their age.
Yeah.
We don't ask anybody's age here, by the way.
No. If you're up for a part and you look right,
Yeah.
you're great in the reading, what does it matter? Look, I was 39 when I recorded Mickey.
Shut up.
Running around in that cheerleader outfit.
Oh, and
now listen, I couldn't have gotten a record deal now at 39, but you couldn't Google me, baby, then.
Yeah.
You see.
Now, okay, true or false, like put this myth to rest. In the Mickey video, were you wearing your actual high school cheerleading outfit?
Absolutely.
You guys, and that was from Las Vegas High School, right?
Absolutely. That was
Damn, girl.
That was quite a biography that I was doing in that. Oh yeah. That's my letter sweater. LVHS.
So those iconic beach films, because you were featured,
well, I got to be the assistant choreographer to David Winters. We did so many of those beach films, and I did for last year. I did all these clips on my YouTube channel.
Toni Basil's
house.
Toni Basil's house. When can I come to your house, by the way?
Well, if you're gonna dance, you can.
We're
come.
coming.
You can
You don't
only
wanna see
dance.
me
Yeah.
dance.
Well, and I thought, wow, I did really a lot of beach films.
But that was the sign of the times. I want to look at a clip that you did. I'm one of the only ones that love the Monkees more than the Beatles. I know it's heresy. I'm gonna burn in hell. But you were part of such an interesting project that was an art film at the time, and it was not a regular beach film. It was the Monkees movie Head, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with Head. It was such an odd artistic piece. It was music. Some speaking, Jack Nicholson was in it.
He also was one of the writers.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yes. And you were featured with one of my heartthrob kid. I mean, this is how I knew coming out. Talking about coming out. This is the first time I was like, ooh, what was that? Here's his Davy Jones's solo sequence. And the dancing is so different from movies at the time. So I wanted you to rewatch it and comment on it. Go ahead. There's our girl.
Yes, I did choreograph this, assisted by Jimmy Hibbard, my friend, who's now living in Canada. And of course, I also choreographed another number in this film, the belly dance number with the hookah pipes.
Yeah. Now, Davy is very short. Was that easier or tougher to work with? And this is just from an outsider. It looks like you're leading him.
No. Really?
Okay. Yeah.
He was pretty talented.
Oh, I know he was talented. Oh.
He was in Oliver, Broadway, and in the West End.
And it's so funny about Davy Jones, he was brought in to be the heartthrob. Star Trek, I'm such a nerd. They brought Walter Koenig in to play Chekhov to be like Davy Jones for Star Trek because they kind of looked alike.
Oh.
What was the environment of the film? Because you guys knew you were working on an interesting project. It wasn't...
Well, that was kind of the beginning of a time where artists, underground filmmakers, actors, dancers, singers... kind of all came together, and that was a beginning of a clique. Bob Rafelson, who put that together with Bert Schneider, they later on went to do 5 Easy Pieces that Jack starred in. Jack was one of the writers on Head. Also was good friends with Dennis Hopper and Peter Fonda, that Jack replaced Rip Torn for Easy Rider.
And you were in
And I was
Easy
in
Rider,
Easy Rider. But we were all this clique that, hey, I read for the part of Easy Rider, but I did know them. We all knew each other. And it was this kind of amazing art clique that was happening that we really worked together for quite a long time. I think even through Dennis's film called The Last Movie, we were all in that too.
We kind of see that nowadays, like with the Christopher Guest films, and Judd Apatow has his people, Paul Feig has his people.
It's more of like an ensemble that kind of goes with them.
It's easier work.
Yeah.
So, how was coming back to Freak Show, Naomi, from Asylum? Some of the cast were returners, some of them were not. It was all different. Was it like coming home?
Yeah, I mean, the first time around, it felt like I was somehow at this fabulous party, and did anybody know that I wasn't supposed to be invited and still got in, Whereas the second time around, I was really, I had a permanent place at the big kids table. It wasn't a fluke. I was invited. So that's nice. But I mean, it makes sense. Like when, creatives like that, they find their people that work well together. Why not recycle?
Right.
Bryan, is it because all of your pieces are pretty much solo, and from what I understand, you film them by yourself, you edit them by yourself. Is it weird to kind of be out there on your own?
I spent so much time waiting for someone to discover me, and finally I was just like, enough. I don't want to wait anymore. I was like, I'm going to do this myself. I'm going to learn the things that I don't know. And I literally would spend 2 hours trying to figure out one button on the editing program because I had to.
That's the hard work that Toni was talking about.
And hours and hours and hours of the learning curve. But at the end of the day, I don't have to hire somebody to film me. I don't have to hire someone to edit me. And I have that freedom of being the model, being behind the camera, and have more control of my product. So it is a lot of hard work, but it's exciting now because of the freedom.
Well, that click I was talking about was very influenced by an artist who's having a huge retrospective in New York now at the Museum of Modern Art and will be opening up San Francisco Museum of Modern Art, Bruce Conner, who has 45 years of assemblages, paintings, filmmaking. The acid scene in Easy Rider, that editing was inspired by his style of filmmaking. That kind of filmmaking where you picked up the camera yourself and you edited yourself inside the camera was what was happening at the time. And that's when you said it was an odd film head.
Yes.
You see, everybody was influenced by that click. And only up until now with YouTube and people being able to have the equipment like you to do your own thing, because I bet Naomi will say, you have to do it yourself. If you do not go out and do it yourself,
no one's going to do it for
no
you.
one is going to do it for you.
Give me a high five.
No, it's true. I mean... It
cheers
felt like
to that.
It was like a cheer to the end.
Just
election.
We all agree. Yeah, cheers.
To us.
Cheers.
No, I mean, I truly, I felt like it was like a chicken or egg situation. Like, I can't get cast unless I have something on my resume, but I can't get anything on my resume if I can't get cast. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, I was like, so I had the exact same realization. Like, well, shoot, I'll cast myself. And unfortunately, I'm a total technophobe. Like, I'm seriously like Luddite.
Right.
I can barely check my email. Like, the fact that I could find a text
Yeah,
before
but
the show was over.
your Tinder's pretty on point.
Tinder?
Oh, please. Oh, here's Naomi playing
Okay,
coy.
celebrity Tinder maybe. Okay.
Celebrity Tinder. Can you imagine?
Cinder.
It'd be like Bill Cosby, Bill Cosby, Bill Cosby, Bill Cosby.
People are
That would be
swiping right on me
celebrity
right
Tinder.
now.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In any case, no, but I mean, yeah, and it was hard. I mean, every now and then, I remember actually being at a general audition once, and the casting person saying, "So, what's your deal?" And I was like, "I've got this kind of if you build it, they will come attitude." And yeah, I know everything on my resume. I produced, I wrote, I directed, I designed, I tore the tickets.
But if you think about power, what power means, power is a source that comes from within. It's in need of nothing. And that's your power. Everyone's looking outside of themselves, and it's within that it comes from. So you tap into that and you start producing that energy, that magnetism, that charisma, and people are going to be drawn to you.
Yeah. Well, and it's not enough to just like have a fantastic rack. Not that I know what that's about, or being related to someone of any concept. I mean, my parents probably declined. They probably did decline. I'm just kidding. But
we did reach out. We did.
But I mean, it's you need more than that. You need to also put it out there, you know?
Absolutely.
Well, you know,
Create.
I conceptualized and directed and literally edited the offline of Mickey and all my videos all by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then when everything was a hit and the money guys came in, they went, oh no, you can't direct your own videos. You can't. And it was like, excuse me, I thought that you liked what I did, and
Exactly.
and I hear those horror stories all the time. You do your own thing, then all of a sudden you get hired and somebody goes, well, it's their money, and they start telling you what to do.
Yep.
Well, it's ironic too, because even before you did Mickey, you were one of the original Lockers.
Yes.
Which
one of the earliest performances on Saturday Night Live, by the way.
Second show.
But they said, it's a group that
Can you
is
guys
to
imagine?
be
Second show of Saturday Night Live.
That's crazy.
huge, but they changed the face of dance.
Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome. And it was a genre. Correct me if I'm wrong, but street dancing almost is like what it was called.
Well, we came from the street.
Right. So you guys.
We didn't go to dance class.
Right. You literally changed.
It
the
was
face.
improvisational. It came out of improvisational. It was created. The dance was created by Don Campbell
Right.
and all these a year before Soul Train. And then a lot of the dancers were on Soul Train. And he had a song called the Campbell Lock that was to me like, wow, James Brown or something. And it wasn't happening. And I thought, well, so we kind of got it on Rate a Record. I was not his manager. I was like a fan. And it did like, okay. And then, but I was choreographing. And I took videos and films around of him. And I got a call one day saying, remember that guy? Is there more of him? We're doing the Roberta Flack special. She's crossing over. We'd like something like that. And that was the chance. But it took 2 years of trying to make it happen.
We actually have a question from the chat room. Hey, Mom.
Hey there.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Hey, Mom.
Hey. I wish I was there.
Yes, I know, Mom. I'm going to hear about this. What's the question?
The question is, what has been Toni's favorite thing that she's ever done in her career?
Oh.
You know, whatever.
Thank you.
Hopefully,
Thanks,
it's whatever you're doing at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
What a great answer.
Okay, but let's.
It's got to be. But it's no. It's got to be whatever you're
I
doing
see.
at the moment.
That's
has
the attitude.
got to be the favorite because you've got to be thrown into it. In retrospect,
Yes.
In
I love how you just said that.
in retrospect, I think forming the Lockers was maybe the most important thing because it really did. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Change
the face of dance.
Yes.
It did.
Everything
It
was different
absolutely
after
did.
that. All these brilliant street style dancers that had no shot at earning a living at their craft went, wow, they're on television. Because you didn't really get a check when you did Soul Train. You danced for free. But if you danced on TV, you got scale. And man, that was more than anybody other dancers we knew were getting. And it really gave a future, and it changed everything.
Was Saturday Night Live, that performance, was that the first national exposure for?
No.
No.
We were in Johnny Carson.
Awesome.
We and that year, the next year, maybe it was, opened up for Frank Sinatra at
Carnegie Hall. Yeah. Frank Sinatra, you guys.
And toured with him. The same year, we opened up for the Ohio Players and the Funkadelics at Radio City Music Hall. Now, an act that can open up for Sinatra and the Funkadelics has got something going. And we were just unique. They didn't know what hit them when they saw it. I had a friend that I was talking to in New York. Actually, he was one of the songwriters of He's on Down the Road.
Oh, hello.
And
The Wiz.
And he said, you know, I said, what are you doing now? This is before he wrote The Wiz. And he said, oh, you know, we're doing something like the Lockers. He said, you know who they are? And I said, I'm one of the Lockers. And he was like so stunned, you know, because he saw this group but they didn't know what hit them. And he couldn't even put that together. You know, I mean, it was amazing. And you can, I keep trying to put out on the Lockers Facebook everything that we're doing, because Shabadoo goes out there. He's teaching all over the world. Don's just got back from the Philippines. Fluky Luke, Slim the Robot, myself, Greg Campbell Jr. has passed away, and so has Fred Rerun Berry, because Fred Berry, Rerun from What's Happening, was one of the Lockers. Shabadoo was one of the Lockers. I mean, come on.
I know we were going to say this for later in the show, but we have the viral video from
let's do
YouTube, and it's you
dancing a couple of months ago
in July, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So check this out. This video got 6 million views like overnight.
It's phenomenal.
You just have to see. This
in
is
your
Toni.
house.
No, it's not in my house.
Not the house?
No. I was visiting a very, very famous Parisian street dancer who came in to teach a workshop. And it was house style. My style is locking. And I kind of hid in the back trying to do his stuff.
Yeah.
And then after class, he started saying, I want to say that I'm so honored to have Toni Basil in the class. And I thought, oh my God, he knows who I am. Da, 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 da. And he said, would you do me the honor of dancing for me? And I was not prepared. He said, put some music on for Toni. So
okay,
this
check
is
this out. This is insane.
I can't
insane,
wait.
you guys. This video's gone viral. Look at this.
It's my James Brown imitation. That's locking.
This is
Yes.
you unprepared.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
In flip flops, right?
Better
Those are
get it.
sandals.
Those are my Crocs and
I was
socks.
gonna say.
Look at this.
I was flying by the seat of my pants, let me tell you.
That's
I'd never
crazy.
heard that song before.
Yeah, but that's a professional. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just got to do that. Look at the movement, the fluidity.
It's so fluid. It's so smooth. The transitions.
born.
It's great.
It incorporates so many different styles.
Yeah, it was in all styles.
Yeah. I love dancers and singers who are versatile.
So you know what? I did my stalking too, and went on your actual personal homepage, and there's one of you with I feel like some of your friends that we were just talking about in your home. I am Don Campbell.
Oh, yeah.
That is the 8-minute.
Oh, go see that.
Go to that right now if everyone's listening. Go to her webpage and watch that 8-minute video. It's phenomenal. And while you're at it, like the Lockers on Facebook.
Look
as
at the
well.
response. Look at the energy from the youth.
It looks like she's just getting started.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
This looks like this was
I
cut
could've
away
gone
from some
on and on and
MGM
on and on
movie.
and on. Because I dance at my studio, which is in the back of my house, every day. I drag myself in there. But I was able to do that because I improvise all the time. It's what we're talking about, Naomi.
Awesome.
Improvising all the time.
So I know we're going to take another quick break, but I want to talk about your choreography for other stars, such as Tina Turner, David Bowie, and then we have a picture of you at Bette Midler for one of the early shows, and then you did the choreography for The Rose, which was one of my favorite movies, and then you recently you did Bette Midler's
her tour, her Caesar Palace. We were there for 2 years, and then we just did her USA tour, and we just got back from the UK, and she is opening up on Broadway.
I was going to say,
next
you
year
better have tickets
as
to that
Hello,
opening
Dolly.
night.
Dolly. We actually have a clip of the trailer of a Bette Midler show, and this is all your choreography. This is your art direction, and your history with Bette Midler. I mean, friends for years and years.
Yeah, we shop.
we shop.
I just have to say how different tonight is from the last time I was here with Tara Reid.
Oh, Tara Reid.
That's all. That's all I had to say.
Yes, well, poor Tara. Look at it.
Poor Naomi.
I've only offended Tara Reid, right? She's not listening.
So this choreography, the image, and talk about another icon.
The best part about the choreography to me is that everything is so epic. You know, it's like everything is so thought out.
But it fits their personality.
Yeah.
This choreography is Bette Midler.
Phenomenal.
And you choreographed, like I said, for Tina Turner and David Bowie and for a number of films. Do you enjoy choreographing for a personality?
I love it.
Yeah.
Especially when they're those people. Like, You're going to pay me to be next to Tina Turner? Well, okay, I'll take a check.
I'm sure she was equally as equally.
I'll do it. But I got a call one day. Tina's left Ike. She's in hiding. Would you be her choreographer when she comes out?
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Disco Inferno that you see in the movie is actually Michael Peters did the exact choreography that was my Disco Inferno.
That's awesome.
And that was in her first show.
So then
we did for her.
Does your process change when it's, when you're choreographing for Tina Turner and then when you choreograph for, House Bunny and Legally Blonde?
Yes.
Because you did both of those.
Yes.
So what's the difference in your process when you attack something like...
It depends on the artist.
Okay.
Whether they can dance or not?
Yes, or what is their dance? Bette's dance is those little fast steps.
Yeah.
And her intense personality. Bowie comes from mime and theater.
So interesting.
And Tina comes from her kind of street. I remember before I ever even knew Ike and Tina Turner, we went to Ciro's Club in the 60s, and we're now one of the comedy stores or one of those stores, one of those comedy clubs. And I saw Ike and Tina Turner. And I thought, well, what is she doing? What are these steps? Same thing with James Brown. What are they doing? Well,
even Elvis, when he first started, it was like, what are they doing on stage?
Because they're doing something that comes from also social dancing. You see. Whereas you're used to seeing Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers, that's kind of train dancing. It's beautiful. I mean, oh my God. But you see what the Lockers were to street also. That was the street of our time. Tina was doing some kind of cross between social dance, popular dance, gospel,
and a little
church.
And a little tribal, where it was just
church,
and sweaty. And
yeah. And then she'd make it her own. But there was a step that she was doing, I can't remember, maybe the first or second tour that I worked with her on. Not the first one. It was one of the later ones. And I said, what's that step? And she said, I got it from Sting. Oh. Sting? I don't recall ever seeing Sting do a step. No. He did in a video. He did. And she did her version of some walk. He did. And she made it her own. Because all these dances that she did, the camel walk, she made her own, all the go-go stuff, though she and the Ikettes really made it their own.
Improv, like you said.
I mean, it's like James Brown, that crazy little step that he did, that I did in that opening of viral video, that comes from the mashed potatoes. But he took the mashed potatoes, mashed potatoes, yeah. He took that step and he intertwined it and reworked it and made it his own. Michael Jackson took Astaire, Gene Kelly, James Brown, the Lockers, the Electric Boogaloos, tore it up, ripped it up, put it in a pie, made a whole nother pie out of it, made it his own.
But that's what entertainment is. Even Shakespeare thinks, he wrote Romeo and Juliet and Macbeth and Hamlet. No, he didn't. Those were borrowed stories. Even the Bible is borrowed. Well, I shouldn't say that. No. But there's borrowed stories everywhere.
Too soon.
It's homage and it's learning. It's learning from other artists and then making it our own. This is what entertainment's about.
It's being inspired. Yeah, it's about being inspired.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take a look at Mickey, obviously. What I loved is that I didn't know that this was kind of an homage to another song, but you added that chant.
Yes. It was originally called Kitty, sung by a group called Racy.
Yeah. Well, it should come back now with Trump.
I was going to say.
I changed it to Mickey because I thought it kind of rhymed.
Yeah. Let's see a little bit of it. And to know, that was your age when you did this, and that was your original...
and I could have never gotten a deal if anybody would have known my age. Oh, that's not the original one. That's the one. This is the one with Spaz and Shabadoo from my BBC special.
Oh, okay.
We love BBC.
Yeah.
I remember listening to this at the roller skating rink. and just like rock it out.
The original one was done with the Carson High cheerleaders. The original video, the MTV video. Look at Spaz and Shabadoo. Oh my God. 2 talented street dancers.
But I feel like we kind of keep going back to the incredible point that you made earlier on in the show about, the first 5 years you think that you need to improv before you go into a class. It's so eminent in everything that we've been talking about. You guys are literally just having fun and bringing your own take on classical things in this video. It's phenomenal.
That voice is so iconic.
Yeah.
Like, you hear it and you know exactly Toni Basil.
Well, you think of like the other artists these days that are trying to make it seem like they're like Katy Perry.
Yeah.
You're not Toni Basil. I mean, like there are people that try and do this, which must be very complimentary to you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My mom said earlier today, you hear a few notes of this and you cannot be in a bad mood.
No.
You're just like...
That's wonderful.
Amazing.
Yep.
But I'm sure it drove a lot of moms crazy that
In
the
80s.
kids might have been called Mickey.
Well, and you wouldn't get off the charts for the whole month of December in the 80s. That was just you and Mickey.
I never got to enjoy it. I was always somewhere else promoting it.
Yeah.
I
Right.
enjoy it more now.
Now, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But look at the dancing. Look at everything.
But it's like you put this video next to the video that we just watched of you dancing, and it's literally the same thing. It's amazing.
Yeah, right?
Like if you put those 2 videos up against one another.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
But look how the guys are so
Yeah.
clever.
Oh, yeah.
And all this relationship.
Yep.
And and it feels so real and spontaneous and,
But literally,
so
they could
free.
play this anywhere. I want this played at my funeral and nobody's going to be sad. All right.
Thanks, Kurt.
Just this amazing career. So Toni, it's so fun having you next to Bryan Hawn. Bryan, I know you. A lot of your fans don't know that you also are a consummate singer.
Yeah, I actually started out on YouTube just doing covers, and I've worked as a wedding singer for 3 years.
Okay, how awful is that, by the way? I've been a wedding singer too. How awful is that?
Why is it awful?
Oh my God, Naomi.
Honestly, so the weddings.
Love and stuff.
No.
Well, the weddings I did were high-end Jewish weddings, so we had headset mics, and we'd go out in the
that's
audience,
good.
and we would dance, and it was like a concert.
And you got a check.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there's
Yes.
nothing bad about that.
Amen,
Okay.
sister.
But if you're a wedding singer and you're like in the corner of some rec room and they've given you
No,
like
it
a
was
bingo calling
never like
microphone.
that. It was never.
But listen,
like
if you're
that.
getting a check, you're
I had a
getting check.
dyslexic piano player play for me once, and I was singing Sondheim. Let me tell you how well that went. No.
Coming from someone who hates drums.
Well, yeah. But you've written your own music too, which is so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
So your YouTube channel, let's just all bring it out in the front. You're known,
or the back.
yeah,
More
you're
so the
known,
back.
quote unquote, like the best
Booty.
rear end on the internet.
It really happened
Award winning.
by accident, honestly, but it's kind of turned into this whole marketing platform where more people are hearing about other parts of my life than would have ever heard if I didn't have this platform that's gone viral. So.
Wow, that's quite a platform.
Well, yes, but I mean,
But you could also talk about, Bryan, how social media has actually played in your favor with something like this, because like you said
Every
earlier,
video-
you used it as a marketing tool. So the videos,
every video you
Right.
put out gets so many views. It's like you could put you like with like putting pepper on your steak, and people are like click click click.
Right.
I'm one of them. I'm telling you.
I honestly believe that the marketing strategy is almost more important than the content itself. I actually write the content around the marketing strategy. I have to have an idea, okay, how is this going to get out there? Why are people going to click this? And form my content around this kind of brilliant idea. And it's definitely shoved my content into the limelight.
And
for
do you make
sure.
money?
Oh yeah, I've made a living from
YouTube
it.
stars
Bryan,
make.
you are going to give me a class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not
This
going
is
to be
no-
it's not going to be an exercise. It's going to be cuz I had to have a girlfriend come over and say, I'm on this radio show and they want me to tweet it and Instagram it. Can you tweet? Because I got it up on Facebook, but how do I tweet it and Instagram it? So
I'm the same.
I need a lesson.
All right, I got you.
Naomi's got to go to that lesson too.
No, Naomi's
Yeah.
no.
Well,
you are good at
I'm good with social media.
Oh, you didn't repost
Mostly
this
just-
show though. I'll tell you
I
that
am
much.
so sorry.
Did you notice how sincere that was?
No, but I did have a friend die.
I made you a.
What?
Sorry. No, I had to.
Really, you have to take it there.
I went there. You know what? You just made me look bad by not sharing it. So you've been served.
Anyway, Bryan, what did you start? What did you make your priority first? Was it your music or was it your fitness?
Well, when I was 20 years old, I actually got signed to a record label, and I moved to Los Angeles for the first time. And for 4 years, I worked as a recording artist, songwriting. I was in the studio, and I actually
MTV's logo. I mean,
I had a #1 video on MTV Logo, which was kind of just starting out as a channel at the time. And then when everything went digital, they dropped all the new artists because they didn't know where the industry was going. Tower Records closed. And so then that's when I kind of got depressed and I moved to Miami and I worked as a wedding singer for 3 years and then got into fitness. So that was kind of like where that ended up.
There's
going.
like a movie in this.
Back.
Yeah.
It's been crazy journey. It's honestly been.
Nothing sounds more depressing than wedding singing in Miami.
In Miami. But like,
So that's what you did.
sing
to
sunrise, sunset again.
Yeah, right.
Right.
I was like, I just want to go to the beach. I just want to feel the sun, and so that's what I did.
And then, so I was going to say, Bryan, how do you come up with, I'm going to just show everyone at the round table, how do you come up with, Bryan has an animal training test, which I actually took, by the way. So what it is, it's a fitness test or survey, per se, that you fill out, and it gives you a certain number of points or a certain
I got the blue whale.
And it tells you, based on the animal that you get assigned to, which fitness program you should partake in. What I think is cool is your Bryan's booty workout right here in the top corner of the screen. Download now. So I get what you're saying, how people sort of brought up other parts of this and that just because of your platform that you had from this.
Well,
That's
what happened
amazing.
was I was doing this little joke video to the movie Easy A where Emma Stone, she opens up this card and sings along to it. And I was like, I'm just going to reenact this.
In a t-shirt and briefs.
Because I think it's
I remember
funny.
that video.
But like 5
I remember the actual movie.
seconds of the video, I was laying on a bed and it kind of accent my backside. And
He's so polite, you guys. I just have to say backside.
and literally that 5 seconds sent the video to every blog from here to China in the gay community. And everybody was asking me, what do you do for your butt workout? And I thought to myself, I have this fitness book that I've written 2 years ago. I can't figure out how to sell. I'm going to put it in the video description and tell people, buy the book if you want to know what I do. Because it was in there. It was chapter 3 of the book. My sales went through the roof. Phenomenal. And so then I realized, oh my God, I have like a strategy here. I have a marketing strategy of like, that's 5 seconds. I could do a whole video.
So when you were depressed, I would have just taken my shirt off and maybe my pants apparently and looked in the mirror.
No, but here's the thing that a lot of your fans don't realize. You know, you're so to speak, naked in front of the camera to your fans. You interact with the fans. A lot of people don't realize that you are very introverted and quiet yourself.
I am. I'm not, it's not in my nature to.
Are you okay? Naomi just impaled herself. She's so enthralled with your booty. She just impaled herself.
Well, I'm so like starstruck, and now I want you to take your shirt off.
No, the shirt is not. Well, the shirt is great, but
Guys,
but what's underneath is
But we're moving past that.
okay.
Was it weird to
I'm
like
just saying I might impale myself.
being such a quiet person? Was it weird to be outed, so to speak, and like, oh, we now have to focus on your rear end, and now you're a gay celebrity? Was that weird for you?
I think it was overwhelming in the sense that I'm not a natural extrovert. So, just kind of being overwhelmed with, people, they see you out and they're like, oh my God. And you're like, oh my God. I remember walking through the mall in San Francisco and this girl just went crazy. She's like, oh my God. Ah. And it was
Wait, what did she do?
Middle of
Do that one more time.
She freaked out and she's like, and like made this huge scene. And at that moment I realized like, oh my God, like people.
This is happening.
Because it's just numbers on a screen, and then you go out in public and you realize, oh my God, people are really watching this.
Here's the thing about your videos. People comment, good or bad. Of course, everybody's in love with you. But every now and then you'll get that hater, and I love the way that you just keep such a positive attitude for other social media stars. What tips do you have for dealing with haters that come out of nowhere?
You know what? This is how I feel about it. When the haters stop hating, that's
you're
when
not
you
doing
need to
something
be worried.
right.
That means your career is, as long as they're there, nobody's going to try to bring you down unless they can see that you're rising. So it's a compliment, just the fact that they see you, going somewhere. A lot of it stems from jealousy. Maybe they wish it was them getting the attention or whatever. But the fact that they're watching, the fact that they're even engaged, I really don't believe in all publicity is good publicity. The more people that are talking to you about, and say someone says something really hateful, blah, blah, this, Bryan Hawn, blah, 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 he's whatever.
Hot.
That person is going to go and watch you and form their own opinion. And so you don't really have to worry.
Well, plus your haters are watching the video in the first place, and believe me, they're not walking away just watching the video. Is it hard to date?
When you're that hot.
No. But like when people have like a certain thing, or you think that they're only paying attention to one aspect of you, or just the YouTube. And Toni, like your private life is very private, which I love when celebrities are private. It's like, you know what? I want to think about what it is that you're doing, what your art is, and I don't want to, get involved with whatever. But is it hard?
The hardest part for dating for me is the person in the videos is this fictional character that I have created who is ridiculous, outlandish, does these crazy ass things. And
did you say crazy ass?
Yes. And
he meant crazy backside.
Weird.
And me in general, like as a person, is more like shy, more chill, more low key, and so it's kind of fun, like being this crazy, outrageous character. But when people meet you in person, it's a different person. So that aspect kind of throws people off a little bit.
And you have a big connection with animals that I think a lot of your viewers don't know. And we have some pictures of you with animals. You've literally traveled around the world to every country. And you filmed in every country. Like you're in the middle of India and you're like, look at my booty. And there's people like, oh my Lord, what's happening? But
no, you're wearing a thong on an elephant.
But tell me.
Perfect.
Well, that elephant was happy. Look at that elephant smiling.
Look at that elephant's trunk.
Talk about the Temple of Doom. Anyway. But you also...
Oh my God, the monkeys.
The monkeys, so amazing.
Cute.
You love animals, and you have a very special kindredship with monkeys.
It's really...
Or not monkeys.
No, honestly, it's really like the craziest thing. I think because I love them so much, I think they feel that. Like even when I'm out, I'll have like birds like literally like walk up to me and like squirrel.
They do. No, they do.
That's why birds like crap on
pick up
me.
on that for
Please
sure.
do a Snow White video with animated.
No, it's like that. And I actually got hired by Zoo Miami to work with the giraffes, rhinos, and camels. And they would call me the giraffe whisperer because they were always trying to get the giraffes to come over so the people who paid for food could feed them. And literally the second I would go on shift, all 5 giraffes would literally... And I'm like, what in the world? I think they just know that I love them so much.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. It's such a different persona.
I feel like that's why, because I do. I'm so passionate. Ever since I was little, I've been obsessed. It was all I do with my spare time. I had an encyclopedia of every animal.
Oh my God, I did too. I had the Animal Planet one.
Like little
National
information
Geographic.
that I thought people should know. It was such a passion of mine. Yeah, for sure.
Toni, what's something with your personality, being out there and being an icon? What is something from your personality that you will share with us that people might be a little surprised to know about? I don't know, something that you feel or something that we don't know from your persona.
And then also to piggyback on that, just because I know we have a lot of listeners who are obsessed with the fact that you worked on RuPaul's Drag University. So I'd like to know about that as well. We have a lot of people who want to know about that.
That's like 400 questions.
No, it's two questions.
I'm very nocturnal.
Oh, I could see that, though. I could see that.
Very nocturnal.
You work better at night.
Everything is created late at night. Maybe it's because my dad was an orchestra leader and he came home late. It was like, he was either playing at the Chicago Theater or then when we were in Vegas, it was the Sahara Hotel. So I have this, I can go I love to go to the markets really late at night and kind of lean on those carts and roll around. There's something that just...
Oh my God, I so want to go grocery shopping with you right now. There's like a video in that. Bryan Hawn and Toni Basil need to do a joint video in the grocery pavilions in West Hollywood.
I can tell you every market and every drugstore and even clothing store that's open past 8 o'clock. I know, I know all the Ralphs that are open till, 24 hours.
The Rock and Roll Ralphs on Sunset. I love it.
Yeah, what's your grocery store? Where do you go?
I go to
We're all going to be there.
Okay. Well, Whole Foods is open till 11. And Erewhon is now open till 11:45.
Yeah.
And so is Bristol Farms. And Ross is open till 1 in the morning.
No.
Yes.
You guys, I love Ross. Are you kidding?
Yes.
You guys, let's have a Ross music takeover, and we just flash mob, and we just do it. How awesome would that be?
I mix. My girlfriend is a milliner, a Montez at the Millinery Guild. I wear all her hats because I have no hairdo whatsoever, and I mix Barney's.
Oh my God.
And Ross.
There you go.
For clothes.
She's like Auntie Mame for every generation. Like that's like oh my God. I love it. Eric, will you please play Rapid Fire on the Rocks with Mr. Bryan Hawn?
I will.
Let's see what happens.
Okay, Bryan Hawn, Shag, Marry, Kill, RuPaul, Channing Tatum, and Jack Osborne.
Ooh.
Wait, say it again.
Shag, marry, and kill. No hard feelings. It's an old game. Everyone. We're not offending anyone. RuPaul, Channing Tatum, and Jack Osborne.
Well, Channing Tatum, Shag.
Okay.
What were the other two?
Every night. I would marry him. RuPaul and Jack Osborne.
He couldn't remember who the other two were.
All right, that's enough. I don't want you to kill anyone. I don't want you to kill anyone.
But you know what? I fell under that trap because you asked me that, and I would say, "Oh, Shag, Channing Tatum."
Marry
because then you have it all the time.
You have him every night.
But once you get married, you stop doing it.
Yeah. Okay, I asked Alexander this question too. Describe yourself in a movie title.
This is a good
I
one.
like this one.
Oh God. I'm so terrible at this. Movie title.
Tony, do you want one?
No business like show business.
It's a good one.
Oh.
That's my movie title.
Done.
Tony, do you believe you could make a dancer out of anyone if they have the ability to work really hard?
Well, I can make a performer. I can get them on the stage.
Okay, Bryan, have you ever gone commando for an entire day?
Yes.
What day was that?
Most of my video shoots.
No, that's not commando. You're in briefs, and briefers.
And then this question is for all three of you guys, if you'd like to answer. If you could give yourself, 10 or 20 years ago some advice, what would it be today?
Naomi, don't stress the little things.
Don't stress the little things?
Yeah. We worry about stuff that just doesn't matter at all.
And some people that you put so much importance 2 years in the future, and Tony, I'm sure you know this, people that want to put obstacles in your way, they're not going to matter after a while.
Exactly.
But I mean, I think it goes back to what you were saying before, to create your own, not wait around for anybody else. Just don't wait, create.
Don't wait, create. I love
Don't
that.
wait, create.
Is that a movie title?
It's about to be a meme.
My girlfriend Sally Kellerman said
Sally Kellerman.
There isn't an audience in the world that can stop me.
I love
That's
it.
what
That's
Sally said.
I love it.
Such a funny line.
All right, if you can imagine, we're not just done yet. We are doing one of our famous segments, and this brings in all of our different personalities, all of our past, all the people that we've met. We do hot or not news because, we're cutting edge here. Mr. Restivo, please take it away while I pour another
Okay,
vodka.
guys. A drunk father and son were arrested after missing their 7 a.m. flight because they'd spent way too much time at the airport bar.
Oh, I do that all the time. What's wrong with that?
The unnamed duo, age 60 and a mere 27, were due to board the Monarch Airlines flight to Daliman, Turkey with the rest of their family this morning, but police say the drink got the better of them and they arrived at the gate at Manchester Airport too late to get on the plane. But this did not stop the rest of the family, who were already on the flight and made it to Turkey like their original plan. This is the best part.
What's wrong with that?
When police arrived, the men talked themselves into actually being arrested and handed themselves over to the cops and then were escorted out, while the rest of the family went to Turkey. Hot or not?
hot. Number one, I don't like to spend a lot of time with my family, so I'd be like, I'll be at the bar anyway. My thing is like, that's a good bonding time. Let's look at the positive. Father-son bonding.
Guys, turkey or the airport bar?
I'm choosing between.
No, it's just like
when do
what's
we
your
go?
thought? Like, is Turkey really where I want to go?
Yes.
They'll kill me in Turkey.
They have bars in
I'll
Turkey.
be a stuffed turkey. Get it?
I've heard Istanbul is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Istanbul's not Constantinople. That's a Bette Midler song.
Okay, keeping the discussion going with being in the air. Frightened families watched as a stag party clashed with passengers on a 3-hour trip to Spain. An argument was said to be a dispute. Yeah, a dispute whether to call a ponytail in a man's hair a man bun or a top knot.
It's called a man bun. Let's just.
Connor Cockburn was quoted saying, "I have never been on a flight quite like that. In the fight, a plastic wine bottle hit a 10-year-old child on the head."
Oh my God, this is like my biography.
So, man bun or top knot?
It's a man bun. It's
But
a man
top
bun.
knot is sexier, I think.
In your mind, what's the difference? I don't see much of a difference between.
Would you
a man
date somebody with a man bun?
What do you think about the man
Actually, I
bun?
saw one guy where it was super hot. Like, there's a couple guys that can pull it off.
No.
I mean, having had a top knot man bun myself for a while, I like to think
Pepper for president.
You know what? You can pull whatever off. Like, it's not hair is actually not all that.
Tony, have you ever dated somebody with such a ridiculous hairstyle?
I feel like you would chop it off. I feel like Tony would take scissors to
I lived in
it.
the 60s.
Yeah, so
and
you've
I
seen
dated
everything.
a lot of rock and roll guys, so all those hairdos are crazy.
But didn't they just call them ponytails? Ponytails.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but ponytail was where it belongs, at the
Different,
tail of a pony, not on top of their head.
All right. Anyway, moving on. This one blows my mind, and honestly, only because I'm an animal activist myself, by the way. So I've named this one "All Turkeys Matter."
Since when are you an animal activist, by the way? I'd like to know. You're wearing leather.
Animals. I'm not.
You killed one right now. There's one on your foot.
It's vegan leather. Vegan leather. Leather.
Freaking leather.
In
It's like a lizard who did wrong.
Okay, listen to this. This is insane. In Arkansas, 6 live turkeys were dropped from a small plane as part of a northwestern Arkansas community annual tradition, with one of the 6 apparently passing away when it hit the ground. This is disgusting. I only am bringing this up because I'm trying to bring awareness to the craziness that is going on in our country. So apparently 400 lunatics attended this stupid turkey trot festival Friday in Arkansas.
That's a statewide thing is 400 people?
400 lunatics, I wrote, and 90 minutes north of Little Rock, so it's up there. The turkeys were initially dropped straight down for a while before they get their bearings.
It's not good to listen to this.
No.
You're bothering Toni Basil, Emmy Award winner, icon of everybody.
All right. Well, I'm so sorry to bother you.
You know what? Then let's tweet, where?
All turkeys matter.
I mean,
Hashtag all turkeys matter.
but are they going to be, Thanksgiving dinners?
Yeah,
but
so
they die like being chopped.
okay,
real
only
fast
one
or
of them
heart
died.
attack.
66-year-old Barb Klug of Bull Shoals, which is the name of a town, got the dead turkey and says she plans on serving it for Thanksgiving dinner. And
How did the
they
others live? Because
so
they
the
flew?
5 of them got their bearings and were able to fly because fun fact of turkeys, they can fly at 100 feet, but they cannot fly at 500
I'll fly
feet.
at 100 feet if I'm going to my death.
So one of them did not find
his
their bearings and
bearings.
glide to a landing like the other 5. And apparently this is the tradition every year. They wait to see the one that
Where
does
is
not
this?
make it.
Where is this?
Yellville,
Arkansas.
Yellville,
Not
Arkansas.
Istanbul.
Yellville, Arkansas.
Are we surprised?
Yeah.
You'd
Well,
expect
thank
that
you,
to
Eric.
happen in Turkey, not here.
All
Thank you,
turkeys
Eric.
matter.
I think you should do the next debate because that was
One
really
of those
good.
square states.
Listen, what hot or not was there's just as much of a mess as this debate was. So I mean, I'm not sure that there's
That's
much of
true.
a difference.
It's the other American Horror Story.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
thank you.
Exactly.
Hopefully
That's what they should call the
hopefully
debate.
It'll only be a fiction.
Right.
American Horror Story, the debate.
We have to give a thank you to our sponsors. Our sponsors keep us going, as well as our listeners. Of course, we are all drinking Pride of Rhyme. Not all of us, but
Pride of
me.
Juno.
I drink
rum.
Pride of Juno rum. We know that they give back to the LGBT community. So today, National Coming Out Day is great. They're a local company. Go to Facebook, like them, order a bottle. Also, we have to give a shout out to our other sponsor, Toni Basil. Close your ears. It's Spunk Lube.
Spunk Lube.
Spunk Lube. It's a lube of choice for many things.
The turkeys don't sound that bad now.
Spunk Lube is one of our favorite sponsors. They spread the word and things like that.
Right.
Yes. We also have to give a shout out to our media sponsor, which is Bears, Cubs, and Scruff. So I just have to ask, Toni, do you even know what a bear, cub, or scruff is in the gay community?
I think I do. I think I know what a bear is.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
with a lot of hair.
And usually like a few extra pounds.
Stocky.
Yeah.
In Silver Lake.
But still sexy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a bear in a suit. I'm Paddington Bear.
Wait,
Hello.
You're not a bear.
No, you don't have any facial.
You're not hairy
Oh,
enough.
I have to shave 4 times a day.
I don't believe that.
No, I'm like ISIS under here. It's out of control.
Wait, I don't know what a scruff is.
A scruff is like a sexy. You would be
I'm
scruff.
probably a scruff right now.
Where
'cause I
body
have-
wise doesn't
You're
fit
kind
it.
you're a twink.
Yeah, but he's a scruffy twink.
What? How is that an ouch? That's a compliment.
What was the other one?
My ex was a twink.
So it's
and
bear.
also a
While he deceived and betrayed and
Your boyfriend was a cub. So a cub is younger, but still hairy, but a few extra pounds,
twinks have
but
like
not
no
bear.
bodies. You know,
Twinks are like no, they don't go to the gym. They're super skinny, super young. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was just meth heads.
Now, same thing. Same thing in West Hollywood. Now, Brian, have you ever dated a bear, cub, or scruff?
I think once.
Once. Take off his microphone. It's fine. It's Jessica
My
Lange.
Mexican lover.
Oh God.
have to call him
Can you
next
put him
week.
on the microphone? Answer him on the phone.
Oh my God,
Do
I
it. Do it.
can't.
Say hola. Do it.
I mean, if he calls back, I had it on
calls
silent
back. All right.
out of respect for you. I didn't retweet you or repost, but
Anyway, so
but sure, I'll answer the phone during your radio show.
those are our sponsors. It's been a great time. We are actually leaving our audience with the music of Bryan Hawn. Brian, we have a video. Here's what I wanted to do. People know you, and go to YouTube, look up Bryan Hawn. People know you for your very well-produced, well-edited parodies. So I wanted to bring it and maybe introduce your fans to something a little bit different. It's simply you with a hoodie. So actually, have clothes on.
clothing.
Singing. So we're gonna finish off the show with you singing "Stay." Before we leave, once again, let's go around the table.
Right.
Where can our fans
Where can we find you?
You mean like social media? I don't know. Brian's going to tell me how to do it.
So
But,
Brian's
I
gonna be
have
Toni's
I have
new
a
social
I have,
media.
Facebook, The Lockers Facebook, Authorized Toni Basil Facebook. I have Twitter and Instagram. Don't ask me the names of them, but
it's Toni Basil.
Okay.
There's not a
you
lot.
know better than me. But I am going to be in San Francisco the end of October for this Bruce Conner retrospect, and there is an evening of Toni Basil showing Bruce's film of me from 1967.
Oh my God, you guys.
A film
Perfection.
that I also made during that time period. That's the 27th, and on the 29th, I'm doing a street dance workshop and video lecture at City Dance in San Francisco.
So if you're in San Francisco, please.
Quieren hablar contigo.
Her Latin lover just
¿Estás
called.
ahí?
What?
¿Sí?
Turn it up. Put it on speaker.
Para.
Para.
Gabriel.
Hola.
¿Estás ahí?
Ah.
No, estoy en la radio. Estoy en la radio ahora y ahora vos también estás.
Dígame hola. Ay.
No le gustó.
His wife is yelling
No
at
more.
him. There's
No
a rooster
more.
in the background. Anyway, Bryan Hawn, where can our listeners find you?
Gabriel.
Oh, so the best way to find me is bryanhawn.com. You can find all my social media links there. And one very, very, very important thing is I'm launching an 8-week body transformation challenge, and the winner is going to get $5,000.
Wow.
What?
Yes.
How much do you have to transform? I'm willing to put a few minutes.
What you do is you get the List 360, you video yourself on day 1, then you video yourself after your 8-week transformation doing the program of the book, and the winner is gonna everyone submits their video to the List 360 at yahoo.com, but all these details you can find on my website, and I'm giving the money on Christmas Day. So
Merry Christmas.
Submit your video by December 1st. You win $5,000 for the best body transformation, and $1,000 is also given to the best booty transformation.
Oh my Lord. God, I wish I didn't have ADD. I would totally sign up.
I might
that's
sign, I might
awesome.
sign up. I might sign
Does
up.
it include like a private dinner with Bryan Hawn?
I'm really excited to see what
That's a no.
people. I mean, I kind of want to meet these people who have these transformations because, you know, it's
Like Toni said, hard work is hard work, and you.
I really want to give that motivation because, you know, people need that extra something to kind of bite the bullet and make it happen. So
I love it. Naomi, where can our listeners find you?
Naomi W. Grossman on all of that, the above. I'm verified.
I love it.
So.
And the Chair movie, Fear Incorporated. Eric Restivo.
That's it. Just Eric Restivo, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm trying to build up my Twitter. We started a On the Rocks blog this week, so check that out. We'll make a huge announcement. Also, the lockers. I urge everyone to go and the lockers on Facebook. Yep. And I just wanted to ask our guests, because we like to find this out before we leave, if you would come back.
Oh, yeah. I had a really good time. Okay. But we're going to relight.
I knew it! I knew she was going to say that. Perfect.
And we need to relate your mom.
Yes.
Oh, you guys.
Yes. Also, let's give a shout out to Momma Rose.
Yeah, Momma Rose. Hey,
Mom,
girl.
Are you there?
Hey, girl. Mom, the lighting is not your fault. Did you have fun in the chat room?
Oh my God, I had so much fun. I can't even say much.
She didn't see the show. She had so much fun.
This is to our listeners for National Coming Out Day. My mom is actually coming out to the Abbey a little bit later, so if you want to come say hello to her. Mom is going to be in the chat room every week, so you can message her questions, everything. It'll be so much fun. Kurt, as always, thank you.
Love you, Kurt.
You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at On The Rocks On Air, Facebook On The Rocks Radio Show, and
we'll
On The
be
Rocks
at
Radio
Rockwell
Show.
this Saturday.
Yeah, we'll be
Come
at
check us
Rockwell,
out.
and we're talking about a really fun concert idea because we're both singers. We love our listeners. Thank you to iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spreaker, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker, I said Spreaker, Hillcrest Social, PlayerFM, Satchel Podcast, and we are coming to the Reverie Network, which is a huge opportunity for us. So we are everywhere. You want to be in some places you don't want to be.
We're not going anywhere.
Yes.
Thank you to our guests, Toni, Bryan, and Naomi.
Yay. What a fun show.
So amazing
fun.
show. Thank you.
What would I do without your smart mouth? Drawing me in and you kicking me out. Got my head spinning, no kidding, can't pin you down. What's going on in that beautiful mind? I'm on your magical mystery ride, and I'm so dizzy, don't know what hit me. I'll be alright. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind, 'cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning, 'cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. How many times do I have to tell you? Even when you cry and you're beautiful too, the world is beating you down. I'm around through every mood. You're my downfall, you're my muse, my worst distraction, my rhythm and blues. I can't stop singing, it's ringing in my head for you. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. All of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I give my all
This has been On the Rocks with Alexander, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Universal Broadcasting Network. Find me on Facebook on the Rocks Radio Show. Tweet me or Instagram me at On the Rocks On Air. See you next Tuesday!